Again, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit more about growing in a small space, because a lot of people just don't actually have the space to grow in, and I think it puts them off. There is so much you can do in a small space. I've got one small garden and I'm using the sunny side for the hot plants, the heat loving plants, and I'm using the shadier side for the ones that love the shade. I'm also into planting in all of the gaps, so you can really just make the best use of your space and harvest as much as you can. It's possible. Let me give you a little look. So these big plants here are Brussels sprouts. I actually got them as plugs from the garden centre. Over here, I don't know if you can see it, but there is an onion that is sprouting. I've added some onions in the space. In between the rows, I have sowed some lettuce that looks to be doing absolutely nothing, but we try, you know, we move. I'm going to sow some more and see what happens. Moving along, all of this nasturtium obviously takes up a lot of space, but there are things growing in here. If you just have a look, you can see some rainbow chard, a kale plant. These are radishes that went to seed. I did do a short on the radishes that went to seed. That was on purpose. So I like radish, but not enough to eat like loads and loads of it. But if you leave them to go to seed and bolt, they make little seed pods, and they're really nice. They're like a mild version of the radish, and I just chuck them into the pickling jar I've got in the fridge for the stuff that I'm pickling, and it's like crunchy and radishy. It's really nice. So you'll see a lot of radishes that look a bit like worse for wear. This back here, yes, it's not supposed to look like that, funnily enough. That's just what happens when the caterpillars get hungry and devour the food that you grow and want to eat. But what can you do? No, really, it's fine. I do organic gardening and I do the best I can. I come out and I take off the eggs that the white cabbage butterflies leave on there. I brush off the eggs, and if I see the caterpillars, I've trained my son to come and collect them. He likes bugs, it's fine. And get them off my plants that way. I do have some sacrificial plants, not by choice, but it happens. But I also get some good food, so what can you do? Look in an absolute state, but we are in late September now, so all of this nasturtium will be pulled up because I do have some more brassica to go in. These, oh, random pot, these are lettuces that are growing in this space as well. I do have these back here. I don't know if you can see, they look like grass. They are either leeks or onions. I like to sow a lot of seeds. When I say I like to sow a lot of seeds, I mean I sow seeds that I've got if I want to finish the packet, and if I don't think they're going to do very well, I'll sow them anyway because I don't want them to go bad. And you never know, I've got things growing that shouldn't really grow in that space, like sun-wise, but then it does grow, and then I'm like, oh, bit of chaos gardening. So this is like quite a large area. I've just recently moved the apple tree there. There's some chives inside the apple tree. This had potatoes. We pulled the potatoes. You'll see it in one of my shorts. I did it with the family. We do it with the family every year and we love it. It's like a treasure hunt. It's like a tradition now that if I'm going to pull potatoes, I will wait until we're all home so we can do it together, which is quite sweet. This area, the potatoes are gone. I'm going to be putting my brassica there. I've got cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. I don't know if I have purple sprout and broccoli. I hope I do. And they're going to be going in all the empty spaces. There's quite a lot of weeds coming through. And a sad looking brassica. Everything needs watering. We've had quite a warm couple of days. It's been cold, it's been quite chilly, but it's been quite dry, so I really need to come out here with some water and stop being lazy and get it done. Anyway, so there are weeds everywhere, but it is not all weeds. Carrots, weeds. What in the world is that? Okay, so I've just found something that I thought was a radish and I've been waiting for it to go to seed. Can't be a radish, surely. Look at the size of it. Is it a beetroot? Did I accidentally sow a beetroot? No way. No, is it? I don't even. Yeah, another example of the chaos gardening. I don't even know what I've got half the time. Back to the broken bed. The bed is broken. I want to fix it. I want to get some garlic in for the year. Over winters, it takes quite a long time. This is where I like to do it. But I need to fix the bed. But I don't want to fix the bed yet because all that aphysalis growing in there, absolutely covered, and I'd like them to ripen so I can harvest them and eat them. I've just chucked some pots in there to save space whilst I'm not using the bed. There's some carrots left in there. See how broken it is. Carrots left in there, but most of them were dug up by the fox that likes to come in and dig holes in all my beds. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to get a little bit bigger and then I can just pull them. If you've never wondered what a dead cucumber plant looks like, it's this crispy thing. This crispy thing that gave me a good few cucumbers, but back here still got some basil going, still got some purple dwarf beans, marigolds holding strong. Been pulling these out and just scattering the seeds so we can have more random ones elsewhere. So these are normal beds made by pallet collars. Companion planting, interplanting, making the most of your space. These are a great example because I've had tomatoes along the back, I've had random sunflowers shooting up out the top, dead crispy sunflower. I'll show you, a pepper plant. So there's my pepper plant. I had a cucumber running, another dead cucumber plant running along this up here that gave me a few. More basil, another one of those Cape Gooseberry physalis plants that just keep popping up everywhere. I'm not sure how that happened, just more chaos gardening, I guess. I've got some tomatoes to get off of here. Looks like there's some ready. But again, tomatoes, basil, chilies, more peppers. The size of these ones, I don't even know what they are. We've got lettuce, we've got onions, all those things that look like weeds. Chili weeds. No, not really. Just most of them. The rest of them are things I've planted, like seeds for lettuce and onions. And like I said, if I've got a packet of seeds, I want to use it. I'm going to put it in the ground. I'm going to see what happens. I'm a learn as you go kind of girl. My heat-loving plants along the front wall. It gets really hot along this front wall. We've got cucamelons, snack peppers, blueberries, raspberries, gooseberries, chilies, and that sounds like quite a lot, doesn't it? And that's just those pots that you saw, and in those pots I've managed to put things inside those pots along with the others. I've got carrots growing in with the currants. I've had purple beans growing in the same pot that had the cucamelons growing up, because if you grow up you're going to get so much more for your space. If you're growing cucumbers up, you've got more space. And another thing, grow bags. If you haven't got a lot of space, grow bags are so cheap that you can get them anywhere. It's so cheap, and you don't need a lot of space. And the amount of potatoes you can get from one grow bag is just insane. So even if you've got like just a balcony and you're like, I want to grow something, I've got a neighbour, and on her balcony she's got like the lot. She's got cucumbers and stuff, but you don't even have to do that and use up all your balcony space. You could just have a little corner and have like a herb garden, because that way you're still eating fresh every day. So when you're cooking, you just pop out to your balcony and parsley, rosemary, thyme. And if you don't know it, fresh herbs taste so much better. The flavour is just enhanced tenfold. I use seasonings all the time, but during the summer when I can come out here and pick fresh herbs, the difference is insane. It's unreal. So even if you have like a little small herb garden in the balcony, just so you're eating fresh, and just, it's worth it. 100% it's worth it. Don't think that you can't grow because you haven't got the space, because I made this space. My garden did not look like this when I got it. I put the beds, I put the borders, I had to fail and fail and fail and fail again and get it wrong and lose plants and lose food and just get it wrong to learn. But I learn from my mistakes anyway, so that's why I just try things, because I'll remember for next time, that did well there, that didn't do well there, don't do that again. And I like the surprise. So don't let having a small space put you off growing a bit of food. If you've got kids, they will love it. Strawberries take up a small space, and who doesn't love strawberries? If you don't like strawberries, then you know, do it. Grow a garden, you'll love it. Yeah, that's all I've got to waffle on about, but thank you for watching. Don't worry about your small space, get growing. Bye.